We could all use more money, right? Well, most of us, 99.9% of us, not those 0.1% of the billionaires. They got enough money. So this I thought would be fun because it works. It's doing a money magnet jar. So you get a mason jar, or you get an old jelly jar, like some people recycle their jars and you can wash it out. And you put a few coins in it, and you can put a bay leaf. You can buy those at any grocery store. And you write your intention or the amount of money that you want to bring into your life. Now, I would suggest you start reasonable. If your account is in the negative and then you expect to have $10 million in your account, you're not going to believe that. I'm not saying it's not possible. You could get a lotto ticket and yeah, you could have 10 million in your account. But the thing is part of the reason that we don't get a lot of the things that we say we want is because we don't believe that we actually can. And that's the energy that we're coming from. So that's what it's attracted to. So the spell work and all of this stuff and setting the intention is just part of the manifestation. The other part is the energy needs to match what it is that you want to attract. So if your account is negative, I would start with something that you could believe that's reasonable. Maybe you could say, I'll have, $1,000 in my account by, the end of the month or whatever you want to do. Or I have an extra $1,000. However it comes to me, I'm grateful. Write it in an affirming way and that you're grateful for it, because you can believe that, right? You can believe from nothing to 1,000. That's not that hard. And then when you see those things start to work, then you can go up and up and up. Now, if you already have $50,000 in your account, but you could use more than that because you want to buy a house, well, say, I'm bringing in $50,000. You can go here's the thing. The amount doesn't really matter. It's what you believe. Because I've heard crazy stories about people, getting left money that they didn't even know, by relatives they didn't even know they had, or even by neighbors who, because they were so good to them and they didn't have any family, left them money, lotto tickets, money you may have invested years and years and years ago that you didn't even know, a job offer with a sign-on bonus. There's so many ways that it can come. But the fun thing is doing the money magnet jar. So you write what you want, you write your intention on it, you put it in with the coins, close it up, and put it either on your altar or put it in your kitchen. And what's going to happen is your subconscious is just going to know that it's there. So that's going to start working to inspire creative ways that money can kind of flow into your life. And that's why you do it that way. And it's so simple. It's just one of those simple things that you can do to create more financial abundance in your life. And you can put other things in the jar that represent financial abundance. For example, let's say you want to purchase a car. You could put car keys, like your extra set of car keys or old car keys in there. If it's something about a house, it could be a house key. You can write that down. Whatever it is that you need the money for, because it's what you need the money for, really, more than the money. Money is just energy. So you're just you're finding a good way to attract financial abundance to you. And why not, be creative with your jar, but do it and see what happens, because it really, really does work. When we set our intentions, the universe wants to give us what we want. The problem is we don't believe we either deserve it, or we don't believe it, or we don't think it's going to happen for us. That only happens to other people. Or here's just another crazy woman talking about this woo-woo stuff, and that's not real. It's worked for me. So just saying. All right. Good luck. Do your money jar. See what happens. Let me know. See you next time.